Yo guys, back again on Ghost.
We don't tell you before.
One person don't know yo for Twitter. When I posted a picture of an incoming show, person was like, oh shit, yo. I'm like, ah god. I don't cast. You guys are welcome to Gusto Reaction. You can see you guys can spot the new. You already know now. Comment, drop the comment if you can see it. That scene that you have seen. Thank you guys for always liking our videos. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. That 50k, you don't near. You don't near. No, Peter there. Peter go come tackle you if you don't reach. Olamide has always been around on our faces. Every year, he's known to be one person that drops album back to back. Yeah. Just recently, he dropped Carpe Diem album, and then he announced that he's coming with another album on the 14th of June. Scuti. What's your take on this?
Well, I don't know. I mean, guys at YBNL, they mean business. I would have thought that yes, perhaps Olamide needs to explore some songs. I mean, well, he's already done enough on that album, so that album dropped anyway. Yeah. But I would have thought like he would explore some singles and not really go the album way again. Perhaps it's coming too soon. Now, looking at, I mean, the album and its title, Scuti. Doing a bit of research, we're saying that it's the biggest star.
Yeah, it's the name of a star.
And then I'm trying to make sense of the whole thing, and perhaps maybe Olamide is referring to us as a big star or the biggest star to come out of Nigeria. Perhaps that's what he's trying to make a statement of. Is it a good idea dropping an album so soon? I don't think it's a good idea dropping an album so soon. But seeing how it looks intentional, the album title looks intentional. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Now, this, before the album, he had this deal with Empire, and then after that, the album came in, and then Fireboy thing and all of that. So, is it that Empire is the one pushing this new album for Olamide to get more acceptance from the international market? Because looking at how Carpe Diem did, he did quite well. He was able to cross borders more than his other albums. Is it that Empire is the one pushing Scuti, the new album coming through, like they want to do with Carpe Diem?
I think it might be a bit of both. I feel, I mean, the contract they signed with Empire perhaps has a term, and it says perhaps drop 2 albums in 2 years. Because, I mean, what's now rushing them? Because now we've seen that Olamide is about to drop an album. Fireboy is also announcing an album. So that means perhaps there's a time limit of when that offer is due. I mean, that agreement they have with Empire, and it's also for 2 albums, which they initially said is for 2 albums. So yeah, I think Olamide wants to take advantage. He seen the the kind of results he got with Carpe Diem, and he wants to capitalize and do the same. So why waste time? That's why he's trying to drop a new one.
Now, Fireboy dropped his first album, LTG, and then after the album, he moved on to the next album, even though the singles he dropped were also on this album. Now, Olamide is also seen to be following the same route. After Carpe Diem, just drop videos here and there, and then moving on to another album. Is he now trying to compete with Fireboy or copy Fireboy style?
I don't think he's trying to compete with Fireboy. I just feel it's the situation they found himself in, which is
the Empire
deal that they have. Both of them have to do their terms of the agreement, which is 2 albums, and I think perhaps there's something else in the background, like some other things lined up, and the earlier they get done with this, the quicker they can move on to the next thing. So it's not a matter of competing. I think Olamide, if anything, has allowed Fireboy to shine a lot of times, allowed them to shine. So I feel it's just a matter of how soon can they quickly finish what they are doing with Empire and move on to other things.
Look at last year now. Fireboy released his album first, and then Olamide came with Carpe Diem. But then this year is taking another turn. Olamide is coming with Scuti this June 14th. And then he said Fireboy new album loading. So because Olamide posted it last week, the Fireboy album is coming. Before he now said, okay, my own album too is coming. Like, is it not more like a rush for YBNL dropping 2 albums in space of 1 year? Because it's not up to 2 years that the first one, it's not up to a year that the first one dropped. The first one dropped around September, thereabouts, and then we're already in June. Or you said June, another one's going to drop. Most likely Fireboy will drop before the end of the first year of his previous album. Is it like a rush for this label?
No, I feel they have the ready-made. I mean, the funds are there based on that deal. So I think they know that they don't really need to do much on their part in terms. All they need to do on their part is to create content, which is what they are striving towards.
Yeah,
they would have gotten the album ready. Although I know all these dates are not set. They're not set in stone. I mean, it will change. I don't want to sound like a prophet and say yes, different, and maybe they'll make. I mean, I think it's likely that these dates will change. They're announcing, which is fine.
Yeah.
But these dates are not cast in stone. They are
definitely
something that will change. Fireboy's album, yes, is ready. I mean, all the guys that dropped albums within the same period last year are gearing up for new albums this year. And I feel I mean, it just looks serious, and everyone knows that it's streaming money. Since you can't get a lot of shows,
you can't get gigs.
So what other way to make money than to release singles and albums and EPs? That's what they're trying to do.
Now the title, Scuti. Is this a how I don't know, the name sounds a bit strange to the ear, like Olamide, Scuti. How was the correlation between Olamide, that is known to be the street emperor, and then Baba the form to Scuti?
Putting my own taking cap on and research cap on. Scuti, a big star. Olamide, a big star. What did you say?
Star is
Irawo. Yeah. So maybe perhaps he's just trying to paint a picture of like he's a big star and he deserves his respect. That's what I'm going to interpret Scuti as. So
before we go, with the influence of Empire, what's that one international collaboration that may likely be on this album?
Well, without Empire, I think he might pull a Wale feature.
Okay.
I mean, those are his guys. I mean, Wale is his guy. Who else is there? I mean, there's a lot of these American rappers who are messing with Olamide right now. So, I mean, one that comes to mind is just Wale. Wale might pop in there. I don't think he even needs any of these international features again. It will be interesting to go to see where he goes, because you can't go call it Bella Shmurda anomaly.
Definitely not. Exactly.
So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be interesting, but I'm looking forward to it.
So finally, Scuti Olamide, good or bad move?
In the middle move.
It has to be in the middle.
For an album, but then he's decided to announce it. There's nothing we can do about it. So, I mean, if from what I've said before, it's for, I mean, the term that they have to do with Empire, then yes, good move. The money is there because Empire did push a lot in terms of marketing the album, and I feel if they did that and they are willing to do another one, then why not?
Olamide is coming with Scuti on the 14th of June. That's less than 2 months away from now. So let us know your thoughts on this project that is coming soon. Possible collaborations that you're looking forward to on this album. And then, is it a good or bad move for Olamide? Also, is he trying to compete with his boy, Fireboy, in the label YBNL? Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section. We're here to reply you back to back. And then some of you that watch Chop Show, some of you that watch the Corner Kick this morning. We'll see you in the next episode of Gusto Videos, live or not live. Peace out, guys.